What's up? Welcome back to Zenish. Welcome to our September 1st energetic forecast. It is such a busy time over here. It is such a busy time astrologically as we move through eclipse season during this chapter. And I'm insanely excited to be here. Also, can't believe I'm recording this in this moment on this day because it has been a busy energy for me over here in my corner of the world. I want to start with some housekeeping and some really exciting updates for us. If you've been following along via email or the Facebook group, we have a new email platform. So if you are interested in still receiving email updates on everything, I send an email out every Monday where I talk about sometimes the energies. I usually post a picture of like the kids in my life or something that we're doing in the community, and then what is happening in the salon each week, what is happening in the Zenish community each week, what kind of content we're coming out with this week, and any resources. So what I'm reading, listening to, indulging in, etc. I am no longer on Instagram. I will log on there to make a post about an upcoming project. And eventually, when this project is finished, I will no longer be on Facebook either. So if you would like to be in the know, in my orbit, sign up for the Substack emails. I religiously post every single week, and I post a really long, informative post at the top of every month as well. So email is where it is at. Please subscribe. It also makes it easier to share content with other people, which is something that people have been bringing up often to me. What can they share, especially since I'm slowly removing myself from social media? And then what I have been working so tirelessly on since the start of the year is our new website platform, which I am hoping to launch in October. This platform is going to be amazing. We will have everything you need to participate in salon services or bridal services. Everything you need to know about Zenish, the brand, the community, who I am, what I have to offer, how I got here. And then what I am most excited about is our new membership platform. So once the website launches sometime in October, we will no longer be on Patreon and everything will be on the membership site. The membership site so far is such a vibe. It is so cozy. The vibe is a sweet yellow house, which if you guys have been around and have actually visited me in my yellow house, which is where I moved from last November, I had been there for 4 years. That is the vibe of the space. Extremely cozy, very safe. And in our membership portal, we'll have a calendar of events. We'll have a chat situation so that we can talk about tarot. We can set intentions, have a prayer group, be in community, share resources all in one space. And that is where you'll be able to get weekly readings, access to holding space and Sunday service, and all of our recordings. I am beyond excited to have everything in one space. Once the website is launched, I intend to fully remove myself from social media. This is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. When I have envisioned my business, even before I knew exactly what I wanted it to be, I've always written that I want it to be very accessible to whoever wishes to find this kind of content, but also very private. And I always say like a speakeasy style. Like if you know how to find it, if you know somebody, you will make it there. And so I removed myself from Instagram in April and I do not miss it at all. I was definitely missing it when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce did their New Heights episode, and she was posting all these pictures. I was having people send screenshots, but then I got on YouTube and saw the same thing in Facebook. So I am still active on Facebook, but when the website launches, I fully intend to remove myself from there as well. This is not to make anyone feel bad about choosing to be on social media. I just want a lot of space from these platforms. I feel it in my soul. I need it. It does not feel aligned for me to be active on there at this time. And I am very excited for the website to open up new doors for me and for this community. So stay tuned. I will be posting some teasers. If you want to just get a feel for the space right now, you can head over to kaylacoste.com. You won't be able to access the space, but you will get to see our sweet little magical locked page for now. So stay tuned for that in October. This month, everything is happening at the top of the month. We have, let's see, September 5th, I will be holding solo sessions at Christina's Therapeutic Touch in Slidell. The lunar eclipse takes place on September 7th, I believe, or solar eclipse, I think is the 7th. Holding space is on the 8th from 7 to 8 p.m. CST via Zoom. And then Sunday service is on September 14th from 10 a.m. to noon at Christina's Therapeutic Touch. I also have dates and times for virtual sessions sprinkled in there as well. So check out the booking link in the show notes below, or if you just subscribe to the email, you'll get this information every single week. So let's dive into the energy of September. This month feels extremely potent because it is Virgo season. Virgo season is a boss. She gets shit done without feeling overwhelmed. She is not too emotional. She's an earth sign. She's ruled by Mercury, so she's very busy and productive. I am so already tapped into this right now. And I like this energy for the eclipse because it gives us the space to not become too emotionally invested in the changes that are happening. There's a withdrawal happening here. We can think of this as becoming the observer of the events that are happening in our lives instead of playing into the dramas, because eclipse season, whether we like it or not, does come with a little bit of drama, whether it's on a subtle level, or a very loud level. And what makes this eclipse season significantly more potent, in my opinion, is that it's happening in Virgo. Virgo is ruled, or Virgo rules the Hermit in the major arcana. The Hermit is number 9. We are in a number 9 year. We are in a Hermit year. So this is a very pivotal point in the energy. When we're talking about eclipse season, if you want to work with the tarot, we are talking about cards and energies like the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, the World, the Devil, the High Priestess. These are cards that feel very relevant to eclipse season for me. They feel relevant because when we're in an eclipse energy, there is a breakdown of things that no longer serve. So if you are working towards something, if you are trying to clean up something, or something is really wanting to come to an end, or even if you're wanting to start something, there has to be a shift, there has to be a pivot, and our attention is drawn to where we need to pivot, to what is holding us back, or to what we couldn't see before. A way is being shown forward. And what do we need in order to move forward? I really like when we're talking about the Fool's journey through the major arcana, the Hermit comes right before the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune to me it represents Jupiter, but I feel it as an eclipse energy, because when we're in eclipse energy, I feel that there's this kind of whirlwind happening that we don't have a whole lot of control over. Things are turning, things are shifting, things are changing. And the challenge, the invitation for us is to stay really grounded despite the things happening outside of our control. So we lean really heavily on practices, supportive practices right now. If you don't have supportive practices right now, if you are struggling to ground, it's very easy to get swept up in the devil energy, which is addiction, distracting behavior, or vices, or disassociation, or just very dramatic emotional responses. And there's a quote from, I think this is 78 Degrees of Wisdom. Those who see the tarot in two halves, with the Wheel of Fortune as the midpoint, view the Hermit as the period of contemplation before the Wheel of Life turns us towards the second half. So we move from the Strength card from Leo season to the Hermit to the pivot to the Wheel of Fortune. A guide appears at the very start of the journey, aka the Hermit, after the traveler has found the strength, aka Leo season, to begin. So, what was built up during the season of Leo? Where did we find and tap into our confidence during Leo season? And what guide is showing up for us to show us the way forward? What practices are manifesting to ground us and show us the way forward? This is a really good time to be productive, yet quiet and contemplative. This is a good time to find a prayer practice, to pray to angels or guardians or guides, to be at your altar, to talk to your ancestors. And remember, when we're doing this kind of work, we want to be insanely intentional about what kind of energy we're calling into our space. So if you've done sessions with me, if you've been through trainings with me, we pray to the highest frequencies of light and of love, to God, to the divine, to the benevolent universe. Whatever feels aligned for you, it is all the same goddamn thing. The Hermit requires an emotional withdrawal from other people and activities once thought to be all important. So we're being invited to become hermits, to connect with the hermit energy. I want to read a little bit about the number 9, since this is a 9 year and we're in a major 9 portal right now. 9s are changes, ending, charity, and inspiration. Eliminating the useless and separating yourself from past mistakes can be an emotional experience, for we are often reluctant to let go of the obstacles in our lives. If you cannot free yourself from associations and situations that are no longer necessary for your development, then the 9 cycle will do it for you. A vacation or trip would be good therapy at this time, giving you time to think and separate yourself from the emotionalism you might encounter under this vibration. Many of your goals will be realized during this time, and you should attempt to finish all projects that are close to completion. As this is an ending cycle, do not make new commitments. Projects begun under a 9 energy have little durability. Since this is an ending cycle, you may change jobs or residence. Children may leave home for higher education or marriage, or to begin their own lives. If you are separated from the people, situations, and locations with which you have lived for a long time, it is because they no longer serve your evolutionary process. Don't be caught up by your emotions. Hanging on to the past, wallowing in what used to be, can also bring discontentment, frustration, and depression. Rather, look forward with joy and high expectations to the future, for which the releasing of this cycle has prepared you for. This is the energy of this month. It's really, really big. It's big energy. I'll be posting a Pick a Hermit card on YouTube sometime around the eclipse portal. I will be hosting Holding Space, where we really dive into the tarot and numerology and archetypes and symbolism and astrology. It's a really good class. It's a good group that shows up. I highly recommend attending if you're interested in esoteric studies. And you can, of course, subscribe to the Patreon for weekly readings. And please, oh, please stay tuned for the launch of the new website. It is going to be so fucking cool. I am very proud of this project. This was a major learning curve for me. And I really feel like what it has brought out in me creatively, I am very excited to share. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Peace out.